there ninjas, this is Pegasus177 and you're watching how to be a Black Ops 2 ninja. Today we are looking at the map Express. Now Express is a fairly big open map, but it does have its roots and it's one of those rare maps where the enemy actually does come down through the center. It doesn't happen in many maps, they mostly stay to the edge, but this is one where they do use the center. We'll start off with the A bomb. Now if you go in here between the bin and the seat, this gives you pretty good cover, you're fairly close to the bomb site and you can hear if anybody is planting the bomb. Some people come up here behind this bin right here. Now the only thing I'll say about this is that doorway across the way is a danger zone, you have to be very careful of it. Believe it or not, lying down right here behind this column is pretty effective. Most enemy will pass you out. The column closest to the bomb, this one right here, if you lie down in here, enemy will pass you out here. Even running on top of the train, enemy pass you out and they do not spot you. You can also come into the building here, and a lot of people don't come in here. If you lie down in between these seats, you have to lie down outside and move your way in, but this gives you pretty good concealment and the suitcases to store your figure. And one last option inside this building is to come over here to these bags past the bomb site, lie into the bags and you will hear enemy that may run through or go up overhead. Now one more option is to go outside the train. If you come out here you'll see it, and up on top of this kind of metal stopper. Believe it or not, a lot of people don't spot you here. The only danger is enemy running along the top of the train, but if you're lying in here you can still hear if the bomb is being planted and it's pretty effective. It's also quick and easy to get up over the train site. You can also stay well back from the bomb if you feel like it, right here behind this kind of soda machine thing, and the only problem with that is it's harder to get into the bomb site. You can use the corners in here as well. Personally I prefer to come in here with a raid shield. I will show you them with a raid shield now actually, but I think they're pretty effective also. You can go inside the train here. You cannot get up on the chair, but if you lie down angled across the chair you can lie down perfectly, and even just slightly angled out to the right it keeps your legs in. Now this is also pretty effective. You can hear people planting the bomb and people coming through the train often run past you. If you have a raid shield you can easily go into both these corners. This gives you good cover. Most enemy will pass you out here without spotting you. If you're in this corner keep an eye on that window for enemy that may come out through it, but this does work pretty well also. You can also stay short down here inside this train. If you lie down right on the doorstep, enemy will actually be standing on top of you before they see you, which means that you just have to look up and stab. You will easily take them out. Okay, for the B-bomb. Now for the B-bomb I normally run the central route and I throw a smoke grenade over here to block enemies line of sight. Smoke grenade will stop them in their tracks, they won't come any further in case an enemy is coming running through the smoke. I jump through the window and I come right up here against this door frame. Believe it or not, most people don't come into this room, they think it's a bit of a kill box, which is pretty understandable. You can come back here into this corner as well. If you lie down right here, enemy coming through the window won't spot you and you have a bit of a line of sight outside the door to the bomb site. And I have pulled this off, even though it's fairly open, it's fairly tricky to do. I have laid down right here and it has worked for me. You can also lay down anywhere in here, but it is checked. I wouldn't suggest it too much. And believe it or not, this is pretty effective spot too, to lay down right here on the left hand side of the terminal box. Now from spawn, if you go down right, just make sure you stay in cover, but if you lie down right here behind this pillar, a lot of enemy will run out past you and you're still pretty close enough to hear if anybody is planting the bomb, once they're not smart enough to know about spinning. Okay, let's start with bomb sites. We're going to do the A bomb. I don't have too many for the B. You're going to plant right there where Desmond Miles is standing. Come right in here and look up through the gap where the A is. Now make this black line just as it meets the white. You hit it on the white just as the black line meets it, right there. And you get a nice little bank up and over. I wouldn't suggest doing this unless there was only one player left and you had the bomb planted. That way at least you know that he's going to come down the inside. But you get a really nice bank shot off this, goes up and over and lands right into the right hand side of that bomb. Again on the A bomb you're planting on the short face closest to the train. This is pretty close. If you go up through the building, out through the other side, or even go around, stand in here behind this bin and line your crosshair up with that second light. Just line it up to the right hand side of it, just right about there, and you get a nice little bank off the notice board and out through the other side. Line it up. You see the way I have the ballistic knife blade sits right on the top of it. That's probably the best way to judge it. if you're using a ballistic knife, and it'll come right through and land down against that short face of the bomb. Again, on the A bomb, you're planting on the right hand side, the long face right hand side. Go right back down here to the escalator, the closed off escalator, and you're going on the right hand side of it. Wedge yourself right in there. Now the A and B bomb arrows are almost on top of each other here, so it's pretty hard to judge, but just find the A arrow and go very slightly right of it, and line your crosshair up with the grey piece on the roof, right about there.
Good job, squad. Get ready for the next round.
This gets a really nice long shot cross map. Goes right up and over the whole terminal, up over the train, and comes right down on top of that side of the bomb. And I only have the one for the B here because obviously the B is indoors. You're going to plant on the face of the bomb closest to you, come back to the elevator door right here, line your crosshair up with that grey piece on the very top right about there, and in line with that kind of rectangle piece, and it'll bank off the wall and down into the right hand side of the bomb. Remember guys, practice all these in private match before you go trying them out in a real lobby, but they are pretty effective and they do work. So that's it for this episode guys, and next week we'll be moving on again. Hope this series is helping you out. If it is, please let me know in the comment section. Thanks for watching as always, and peace.